My name is Donna. Today is November 13th, 2020. I had a dream, two dreams that were the exact same dream about the rapture. My husband works from home, and so I was asleep this morning in the bed. When he woke up, he's a phone tech for a phone company. And he was on the phones talking to customers already because he got up at 7 this morning. It's 10 o'clock right now, 10:12. And so while I was asleep, I'd already gotten up this morning when he got up because we prayed. And then I fell back asleep. And he was on the phones. And while I was asleep, I dreamt that he was talking to a customer. And it's probably because he was actually in the same room with me talking to customers. But in my dream, there was this girl on like this wagon thing that had two wheels. And she was driving, and it was snow outside. There was like 2 feet of snow on the ground, and she was driving around on this little vehicle thing, talking to my husband, saying, "Well, I'm actually in the area. You have to find me." And my husband was getting irritated. You could tell, and he's like, "Okay," like he's trying to like just let her finish talking. And she's like, "Well, now I'm over here, and now I'm over here." And then there was this little path in the snow, and she was riding on the snow toward him. And then she goes, "I'm right here. I'm right in front of you." And so my husband looked, and he saw her, but then he looked up into the sky. He was outside on a sidewalk talking to her. And he looked up in the sky, and then that caused her to look up in the sky. And I was standing there on the sidewalk, so then I looked up. And as I looked up, I saw the clouds were spinning, and the one right above us was spinning like a vortex. And it was really light. It was really bright out, like as if there was just this huge brightness in the entire sky throughout the clouds. And the one above us was spinning. It was like a vortex spinning. And then the clouds next to it were spinning, and the shapes that they were in, they were spinning. And then all of a sudden I looked off into the distance, and I could see a really bright light. And in the midst of that light was a figure. And right in front of the figure, a person shot up into heaven. But I could only see their shadow, but that cloud and that figure remained in the sky. And then all of a sudden, my husband ran across the street, and I said, "Where's Luke?" And it seemed like people were going up, not at the same time, but like as if wherever they were in the world, they were going up at different times, like, but right near each other. And so I ran across the street, and I couldn't find my husband. And then all of a sudden, I heard a male voice scream. And this all happened very fast. So the rapture hadn't gotten to where I was yet. But I heard this male voice scream, "It's the rapture!" And then I heard wailing, and people were wailing. And it wasn't a wail like happiness. They were literally wailing in fear. And I think that was probably, I just remember feeling I was speechless, like literally speechless, and people were just wailing everywhere. So I woke up, and I looked over at my husband, and he was still on the phones, and then I fell back asleep. I sat there for a minute, and then I just dozed back off. And I had the exact same dream, except in this dream, I saw the white contrail that go across the sky, which I don't know if I mentioned in the first part, but it was a white contrail, but no plane, just a white contrail that went across the sky. And then the clouds and the vortex spinning. And then all of a sudden, the clouds everywhere were spinning. And then I woke up a second time because my husband said, "Hey, sleepyhead," or something as he was walking past the bed, and it caused me to wake up. And then I realized that I literally just had a rapture dream twice. I've never had a rapture dream. I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, and I've been saved for over 30 years. But this dream was so real. And I think that the Lord, I'm positive, I don't think, I know, that the Lord is warning us that he is literally at the door. He is about to appear, you guys, and you need to wake up because there's people everywhere that are perishing and they're not going to make it. And I know the Bible says that in the last days there's going to be scoffers saying, where's the promise of his coming? But you guys, he's coming. And we need to be ready. We need to be telling people how close we are to his return. And even if they mock and scoff, you need to keep telling them because they're not going to want to be here for what happens after the church is raptured. It's going to be so horrible, and everything is playing out exactly as God said that it would. Detail by detail, things are happening all over the world that the book of Revelation describes. And you guys, it's here. The time is here. It's now. It's upon us. So please, tell people the truth. Don't hide your light. Thanks for watching.